Hello everyone, welcome back to the last chapter of Turnabout Samurai. I haven't uploaded any of these videos and I think I'm gonna probably upload them all just after I finish this chapter, and then we continue with the next case and also the following one that they're fucking amazing. I just love those chapters so much. But for now, let's finish this. It's a pretty quick trial. I think it's only like half an hour long or something like that. So let's just do it quick and easy so we can start the fourth case because it's so amazing, okay? I just love it so much. Alright. Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Will Powers. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Today will be the final day of this trial. I hope both the prosecution and the defense will be able to present decisive evidence. Very well, Mr. Edgeworth, your opening statement. In yesterday's session, the defense presented us with a new theory for this case. He claims that the scene of the crime was in fact Studio 2. Today, I will count on people present in the Studio 2 trailer that day. From the testimonies, the truth will become clear. Very well. Edgeworth seems a bit on edge today. Edgeworth on edge? Well, you may call your first witness, Mr. Edgeworth. The prosecution calls Mrs. D. Vasquez to the stand. Ms. D. Vasquez is a producer who was present in the Studio 2 trailer that day. Okay, trailer, not trailer. Okay. Will the witness state her name and occupation? D. Vasquez. I am the producer of Global Studios. On the day of the murder, you were in the trailer in Studio 2. As everyone here knows, yes? I dislike needles. Needles. Okay, today I don't know how to fucking read. Oh, and I don't even know how to fucking speak as well. Wow. I dislike needless banter. If you must pontificate, do it when I'm not here. Nah. Very well, Miss Vasquez. Please give the court your testimony concerning the day of the murder.
Nick, I know she did it. Make her pay.
Right. If she's guilty, I'll catch her with her pants down, so to speak. Phoenix is so awkward. Alright. Day of the murder. Okay. I entered the trailer, a little before noon. The meeting began at 12 sharp. It ended at 4. There was to be a rehearsal afterwards, so we went to Studio 1. I was fatigued, so I had Sal take me. At 2:30, we took a 50-minute break in the meeting. Sal and I had T-bone steaks on the table in front of the trailer. We found Hammer's body when we all went to Studio 1. That is all. Okay. I don't know. I don't remember this part, but I fucking bet my life that they're gonna make some joke like, oh, did Saul carry you? And it's like, no, he took me on the van. I have a question about one part of your testimony. You were fatigued, so you had Saul take you? I just fucking knew it. The van. There's a van at Studio 2. I had him take me in, Dad. I thought it might be risky to walk. What with all this oh my god. What with all the monkey's head dropping over? Banner to the record. I see. Very well. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination.
This is the final battle, Nick. Let's do it.
Alright. I love doing Maya's voice. I'll just press her on everything. Alright. By yourself? Yes. And you didn't stop in the employee area? No. Are you always this terse? Yes. Oh dear. Okay. Then no one lived during the meeting? No one. Come on, let's talk a bit more about that. The witness is gonna come here to engage in adult conversation, but that might be vital. Stop interrupting the testimony. The same could be said to you, Mr. Edgeworth. Oh my god. And stop hanging on your little desk. It hurts my ears. Well, she got mercy for now. And what exactly was that? Oh my god. I've forgotten. She forgot. Alright. Maybe you could try remembering? No. The meeting ended at 4, and the rehearsal was scheduled for 5. I would think it was between those times. You would think? Come on, all you did was state the obvious, Edgeworth. Hold on! You had Sal take you? What does that mean? We fucking solved that before. It means what I just said. I had Sal take me in the studio tube van. Oh, alright. Why are you all so weird about that? I can't understand. And what were you doing in that time? Don't hit your desk. It irritates me. Yeah, Mr. Wright. Oh, oops. It was a 15-minute break. A 15-minute break, oh my god. It's gonna stay. Okay, that's true actually. Do you have someone who can verify this? Sal? No, I mean someone else. One person is enough. If she committed murder during that break, she wouldn't have time to eat a T-bone steak. If I had some evidence that proves she didn't eat that steak...
Well, Nick, find anything.
I kinda wish she'd say a little more.
It's hard. I think she's pretty used to being the boss. But I'm sure you'll find some kind of contradiction in what she said. Somewhere.
Alright, I think I kinda know, but I'm gonna save just in case, because if I don't I mess up and I have to restart the trial and it's so uncomfortable. So I think it's here in the last part of the statement that I have to present the empty T-bone. Ah no, but this is where we found the sleeping pills. No. I have to prove that she didn't eat it. The band? I was like, oh, you went on a break and, well, that's stupid. And besides, who is assuring me that this is where I have to present the... Okay, you said you had a... Hold on. At 2:30 we took a 15-minute break in the meeting. What was fatigue, so you had... Short songs were in the studio. Okay, let's start from the beginning. Okay. I entered a trailer a little before noon. The meeting began at 12 sharp and ended at 4. There was to be a rehearsal afterwards, so we went to studio 1. You have to prove that she didn't do it. This? Though it's not... Like... So you were basically saying... Alright, like... Yeah, in this plate where they put the sleeping pills, there were like the bones of the steaks, but in your plates there weren't any bones. I think that's probably the point that they're trying to prove, but I want to be kind of sure. Ha! As I thought. You claim you ate a T-bone steak. But I say you did not. What is this now, Mr. Wright? Look at this. It's a plate. This plate was on the table in the employee area. As you can see, a large bone was left behind. Mr. Wright, need I remind you, it was a T-bone steak. Exactly my point. Remember, if you will. Miss Vasquez and Mr. Manella ate on the table outside the trailer. Yet, there were no bones left on the plates. The plates were bare. Miss Vasquez? Tell me, how can a person eat a T-bone steak and not leave the bone? I think I know how. You incinerated it. You had boneless steak, you didn't eat it. You didn't eat any steak during that break. You only took your steak and threw it somewhere, like that incinerator. Ah, I see. Then, what was Miss Vasquez doing during her break? Isn't it obvious, Your Honor? Picking on salmonella, made in the Steel Samurai. She was meeting with the Steel Samurai. Order! Are you saying? Yes, Your Honor. As Miss Vasquez left the trailer to eat her steak, she ran into the Steel Samurai. And then you did it. You killed him with your own hands. Really quick, huh? Mr. Wright, isn't that a little presumptuous? No. What kind of a stunt are you trying to pull, Wright? Let him claim what he wants. You say I did it? Yes. Fascinating. And here I was worried that today would be as boring as all the rest. Very well. Let us have a battle of wits, you and I. Any day, Vasquez.
Good luck, Nick.
Let's see. What was the murder weapon again? Oh, yes, the steel samurai spear. Yeah? I am, as you can see, a woman of petite stature. How could I possibly use that heavy spear as a weapon? I think you could. No! She did not! She did not! She reused the method from years ago. It's not impossible. Well, maybe it's not impossible, but... Silence. I am speaking. The victim was stabbed through the chest from the front, yeah? I believe this would indicate that the victim was aware of the killer's presence. Now, the steel samurai costume is quite light and mobile. Compared to the victim, I am weaker and slower. I couldn't possibly win such a fight. Not to mention, there is proof I did not have the spear. The photograph of the steel samurai shows that the victim himself was holding it. Or do you mean to suggest that I could have wrested it away from him? Yeah, take that, right? If you still think she did it, show us proof.
Hey, Nick. Look at the data we have on that steel samurai spear on the court record. Isn't there something in there that gives you...
Something about the spear? Wait! Something the matter, Mr. Wright? Sorry, Your Honor. I'd like to take back my previous claim. Very well, I won't hold on to your claim. But I'm afraid you are... Oh, well, shit. Well... What's this? You're taking back your own claim? Let's back there for a moment. I want to consider whether the witness could have used the steel samurai spear or not. However, that has no bearing on this case. Meaning? The steel samurai spear was not the murder weapon. What? She reused the method. What is the meaning of this? The spear was found lying to the victim's body. This guy hasn't seen like any any murder cases or what the fuck. Okay, I have proof, Your Honor. I can prove that the samurai spear was not used as a murder weapon. I can prove that still. Okay. And the picture. What do you mean no? What do you mean no? Wrong, Mr. Wright. But I haven't said anything yet. I know you well enough by now to know that you're going to present wrong evidence.
I can sense it too with my fey blood.
Okay, swiping the wrong evidence. Enough with all the sensing. Alright, here's the real evidence, Your Honor. For real, it was this one. Like, what do you mean? Like, it was that one. See, like, my attorney's badge was not the murder weapon. This cannot be the murder weapon. This cannot as well. This cannot as well. This cannot as well. This is not. This is not. This is not. This is not. I mean, from what I remember, it was these. But what do you mean? No. Fuck do you mean? Kill me. He's gonna penalize me, but at least I have this opportunity here. I mean, he didn't get run over by the... Yeah. It's the fucking spear again? What the f... What the... Okay. I present my proof, the so-called murder weapon. But that is the murder weapon. Not so fast. Remember that the spear broke during the morning action scene run through? But someone fixed the spear. It was a security lady. She fixed it with duct tape. Duct tape fixes everything. Now tell me, how is it possible for someone to stab a man who's wearing a thick costume with this through the chest? I need to drink some water, but I have water here. Harder! Mr. Wright, where are you driving at? Think about what you're... Silence! I'm the one testifying here, and I will be heard. Are you quite sane? Are you even aware of what you... Oh, sorry. Are you even aware of what you're saying? If the samurai spear was not a murder weapon, then pray tell what was? How Hammer was killed? Well, Mr. Wright, can you tell us what weapon was used to kill Mr. Hammer? I can't tell you. Would I make a claim like that if I couldn't tell you what that weapon was? I'm afraid your confidence can't sound as be unfounded, Mr. Wright. Very well, let's see this murder weapon then. This. Look at this photo. Look at this graph. What is this? Why, that's Jack Hammer standing on the top of the stairs. Order! If I cannot have order, this trial will be suspended. Mr. Wright, what is this all about? This photograph is from 5 years ago. There was an unfortunate accident at Global Studios. This is a photo of that very accident. Not a word of it was leaked to the outside. It was a close-kept secret at the studios. What does it have to do with the current case? Mr. Edgeworth, you still can't see it. See the fallen man in this photo? See how the fence would pierce him through the chest? That is exactly what happened. What? Are you saying? Yes? What happened 5 years ago repeated itself again. Has happened again. Mr. Wright, continue. It's 3 p.m. on the day of the murder. Mr. Vasquez meets Jack Hammer outside the Studio 2 trailer. Then she did it. She pushed Mr. Hammer off the stairs onto the fence. Just like Mr. Hammer had himself done 5 years ago. Though whether she did it on purpose or by accident, I cannot say. In other words, the victim, Mr. Hammer, he died the same way that he caused another man to die? 5 years ago! Precisely. Ironic, isn't it? But you're a guardian fairy, that reminds me of that audio. Very creative, Mr. Wright. I could use a man like you on my script writing staff. You deny that what I said was true? Mr. Wright, let's say for the sake of your argument that Mr. Hammer died away in Thriller what you said. Yet the body was found at Studio 1, was it not? Hidden in the Evil Magister's costume, no less. Are you then claiming that I carried the body onto Studio 1? You had a fucking ban. I returned to the trailer, all in the space of a 15-minute break? How could I have disposed of the body? The break in the minute on the trailer... Oh shit, that is Phoenix's voice. The break in the minute on the trailer lasted 15 minutes, from 2:30 to 2:45. Could Jack Hammer have been pushed up the stairs to his death, then carried to Studio 1 and placed inside his costume? There wasn't enough time. Indeed. Well, Mr. Wright, how could she have dealt with the body? I bet she could move it. She had another way. What if she had another way to carry the body, other than her own hands? For instance? Actually, for that matter, there was no need for her to do it in 15 minutes. And there was a way for you to carry that body. Interesting. Let's hear it then. Mr. Wright, please show us how she carried the body. The ban. Miss Vasquez, you carried the body to Studio 1, and you used the studio van to do it. Recall your testimony. She took a break and asked Sella. I just mixed the surname and the first name. Sal. There was a rehearsal afterwards, so we went to Studio 1. I was fatigued, so I had Sal take me. There was a band there, right? I had Sal drive me. You used the van to carry the body to Studio 1. Then, before everyone else got there, you put the body into the Magister costume. Hold on, Mr. Wright. Don't forget it was Salmonella that robbed the band. And you're suggesting that Mr. Manila was a conspirator? Of course he was. Of course, Salmonella has something to do. Of course, Salmonella has to have been a conspirator. The body had to be placed in a van and put into the costume. There is no way Miss Vasquez could have done that alone. Also, don't forget that they had to dispose of the steel samurai costume. They had to, because he was covered in Hammer's blood. They probably burned it in a small incinerator. Well, Miss Vasquez, shall I continue? No need. You're smarter than you look, Mr. Wright. I lose. You win. It was fun. I win? So what happens next? Don't me. Do you have anything to say? What would you like me to say? I lost or something like that. I just said that. Wait, so you mean D. Vasquez? So it was you? You killed your hammer. Who can say? Huh? Are you sure I did? Mr. Wright, we just engaged in a battle of wits. And the result of that battle, you proved the possibility that I murdered him. Right. But that is only a possibility. Proof is another thing altogether. You lack decisive proof, Mr. Wright. What? What? Oh, he thought he won. Harder! Mr. Edgeworth, your thoughts? Of course this doesn't make sense. Certainly, it does seem very likely that she did it. But, there is no proof. Edgeworth isn't sure. Well, I came here as a witness today. If you get no more questions, I'll be leaving. What do I do now? Did it? No further questions. Testify again. I'd like you to testify again. Testify again? Know when to give up, Mr. Wright. Think about it. Even if I were to testify again, what is the point? I can only say what I said before, the truth, Mr. Wright. I've already said all that is to say. What would happen if I said it again? He'd ask the same questions and get the same answers. A waste of time. Damn. To come so far, only to fail. As it seems here, there is no further questions. I would like to end the cross-examination of the witness, Miss De Vasquez. This scene is so funny, okay? This is funny as fuck. Yes, Mr. Edgeworth? I was hoping to come up with a question while I was objecting, Your Honor. I didn't. It's so funny. I see, very well. Your Honor, I request that a witness testify again. You are the prosecutor, are you not? Why are you battering me? I am your witness. I just want to hear your testimony again. Does this make any sense to you, Your Honor? I don't see what we have anything to gain by repeating the last several minutes. Mr. Edgeworth. Oh, sorry, I got a wrong voice. I do see little point in making Miss De Vasquez repeat herself. What exactly do you want her to testify about? Indeed, verily I say ergo. I want to hear about what happened after they found the body. After they found the body? Very well. The witness will testify to the court concerning this matter.
Nick, why did Edgeworth?
Who knows? He probably realized that she did it too.
But wasn't he the one that said he always gets a guilty verdict? After all that.
Edgeworth. Oh, you're gonna pity Edgeworth so much in the next chapters. Oh my god. I slept so bad. Last night and the other night and this night since my poop pet died. I'm so sad. Like, please. I remember it and I get sad about it. It's not time to think about it. We have to continue with this rail. Alright. I was with Stella Nolbach, the security lady, when we found the body. The assistant was there too. Only Powers was absent. I immediately called the police. Then Powers showed up. The security lady Olbach was quite agitated, pointing at Powers, saying he did it. I used to be left out of the proceedings. I went back to the trailer to get my script and direction notes. Then I went home.
I see no issues raised by this testimony. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination.
Okay, Nick, we're close, real close. She may be acting tough right now, but if you put her on the spot, she's sure to falter. Fine, Nicky, you need to twist the truth out of her, Nick.
Right.
Alright. I was with Stella Nolbach, the security lady, when we found the body of Elizabeth.
What time was that?
We were to meet at 5 for the rehearsal. Oh. So I'd say it was then.
When exactly did you and Mr. Manila arrive at the studio?
About 10 minutes before. I wasn't stuffing any bodies into costumes, mind you.
It's hard. Where were the other employees when you got to the studio?
They weren't there yet.
Well, then you gotta put Hammer in that costume with someone else's help.
Huh? What did I just say? I did not just say I wasn't stuffing any bodies into any costumes. You should try to listen what two people are saying, boy.
Boy? Yeah, that's what I thought. The witness will continue her testimony.
The Powers was absent.
Mr. Powers was taking a nap, correct?
So he says?
Then no one went to call him?
Remember.
Remember what?
There was a dead body lying in front of us. Yet you expect me to be calm?
You certainly seem calm enough when I accuse you of murder. But it's harder. Wait a second. Wouldn't that be the other way around?
The other way around?
You discovered a murder body and one person was missing, right? Wouldn't you normally go looking for the missing person? I have to agree with the defense on this one. Well, Miss Vasquez?
Logically speaking, perhaps. But no one there was thinking very logically, I assure you. Also, with a steel samurai costume, Powers doesn't really stand out. We often left him on the bus at the window. Oh my god! What's sad? We often left him in the bus when shooting a location. No one noticed he was missing.
Poor Powers. I suppose that explains that. Very well, Miss Vasquez, you may continue. Okay, that was all futile. What was everyone doing at this time?
No one said a thing. He was silent, completely silent. So we stood there until Powers finally arrived on the scene. Sorry, I'm late. Then silence, dead silence. Silence.
Hey, Nick. Why is everyone so quiet? Someone should do something to lighten things up.
Olbach, the security lady. Why did the security lady think Powers had done it?
She said because she saw him going towards the studio.
Right, the steel samurai. Press harder! Did the detective arrest Mr. Powers based on solely the security lady's word?
Perhaps not. She seems to have also given the detective that photograph. Of course, I had all this after the fact.
That photograph, meaning the only one taken by the security camera.
She's not known for exceeding the best sense of judgment when it comes to Hammer. Oh, I confused the judges. I'm finished this.
Alright. I don't think there's anything here I could use. Alright. You asked to be left out?
Yes. It seems that everyone else was questioned, and I'm really not fond of that sort of thing.
But that's the law. But you can just decide who the police will and will not question.
Thankfully the studio thinks otherwise. They were nice enough to understand that, since we were in a meeting. There was no way we could have been involved. Thus, they covered for us.
Cover for you? Or cover it up for you? There must have been a lot writing on it, with all those bigwigs at the meeting. I'm sure her professionals helped convince everyone that they didn't require questioning. The script and your direction notes?
Yes, they're quite valuable. I wouldn't do to have them stolen.
No, I guess not. Press hard. Wait a second. I thought you came to the studio 1 for a rehearsal. Why didn't you bring your script and notes?
Well, I was under the impression that we wouldn't be able to rehearse anything.
Why?
There was a murder after all. Who could think of rehearsing after that?
Oh, yeah, I guess. Very well. Miss Vasquez, please continue. Your Honor, I have an objection to the witness's last statement. Huh? Think. Miss Vasquez says she didn't bring the script because there wouldn't be a rehearsal. Don't you see what it means? She would have known about the murder before going to Studio 1.
Oh, Edward! You put her right there on the spot!
Harder! Mr. Edward! What you have just said is a reasonable observation. However, I find it hard to understand why the prosecution would make such a move. Or are you thinking of a career of it?
That is actually something that, kinda ends up happening, but okay.
Or are you thinking of a career change to defense? I appreciate the concern, Your Honor. I will stand by my statement, however, regardless of how the courtesy is my role here. Now, Miss Vasquez, do you have an explanation? I can't believe Edgewood is helping me.
So the prosecution is in cahoots with the defense? What kind of court is this? No matter. I think you misunderstood me. I had a perfectly good reason to believe there would be no rehearsal.
Very well, the witness will change her testimony to reflect this reason.
Why was Hammered injured?
How did you know about the injury?
How did I know? Sal? He told me.
Sal, the director?
You have to find something to peg this hair with.
I cannot read.
Or everything we've done till now will be wasted. I believe in you, Nick. Go get him.
Okay. But what do you mean, Hammer? Hammer was not injured, it was Powers, right? Aha.
You knew that Hammer was injured? Don't you think that is a little funny? I mean, it was still Samurai who was injured. He was Will Powers.
What?
Mr. Wright, explain yourself. Yes, Miss Hammer is liking this photo, but it's because she was pretending to be Mr. Powers.
Pretending?
One person was injured in the run-through that morning. That person was Mr. Powers, not Hammer. Now, why did you think it was Mr. Hammer who was injured?
You already said it was Sal who told me. That's right, he must have gotten it wrong.
I think not. Mr. Manila was at the run-through that morning. He would have known it was Powers who was injured. He saw it happen. Why would he tell you the wrong person? Miss Vasquez.
So Manila limping? You heard Manila wrong? What means limping? Ah! Alright, sorry. Okay. I read Manila instead of Ham. I was like, what?
Actually, you didn't hear anything from Mr. Manella. You saw Mr. Hammer limping with your own eyes. Yes, but wasn't it Mr. Powers who was injured?
Yeah, but we did make clear that it was Hammer in Powers' costume.
Yes, but remember, Mr. Hammer was wearing his leg too. He was pretending to be Powers. Huh? And when he was doing this? Well, he would have to be after he put on the steel samurai costume and went to Statue, where he was murdered. Exactly. Miss Vasquez? You met him, didn't you? You saw the steel samurai limping. And Mr. Hammer was that steel samurai suit. That is why you were confused. That is why you thought it was Mr. Hammer who had been injured that morning. Order! Order! I will have order! Witness. Can you refute this claim? Yeah, let's see you sneak out of this one, Vasquez.
Very well. I have a question for you.
Why are the real killers always so persistent?
Why in the world would I want Mr. Hammer dead? Yes, he'd fallen on hard times, but he was a star. I had nothing to gain from his death. Nothing.
Yes, you would need a motive. Why would she have killed the victim? If there was a reason, it isn't clear to this court. Does the defense have anything to say on that matter? In other words, can you prove she had a motive?
Of course I can prove it.
Okay, I have proof, and I'll show it to you. I present to the court the evidence as to Mr. Vasquez's motive in this murder.
This, right?
This is my proof. This is the photo from before? This photo reveals the motive of this murder. I'm right, aren't I, Vasquez? 5 years ago.
Oh, shit, I have to skip with enter key, not mouse.
With the Vasquez's help, a terrible accident was swept under the carpet. Ladies and gentlemen, the case is currently up for his trial. It began on that day, 5 years ago. Ironically enough, that accident precipitated Mr. Hammer's fall. His fall from stardom. His skill weighted him down, no doubt. However, you, T. Vasquez, used Mr. Hammer. You made him work for you, for petty change. Bringing us to the present day, and Mr. Hammer's lost role as the evil magistrate. Yes, undoubtedly, it was a constant sort of shame for the ex-star. One moment, Mr. Wright. We are talking about motives here, yet you have only talked about Mr. Hammer. It almost seems as if it was Mr. Hammer who had killed the Vasquez, not the other way around. What motive would Miss Vasquez have?
It's quite clear now. Yes, that is right. According to what you said, I would have no reason to kill Hammer. He was a good source of income for me. And I never get rid of useful men. It's still a policy of mine.
Mr. Wright, please explain Mr. Vasquez's motive for the murder.
She had no motive.
She had no motive, Your Honor. What's that now? It was Mr. Hammer who was out of blood. Well, out for blood. All Miss Hammer did was...
Oh my god.
All Miss Vasquez did was push him up the stairs in self-defense. What is that now? It's simple. Mr. Hammer was intending to kill Miss Vasquez. Oh, what? What? Your Honor, Jack Hammer drugged Mr. Powers with slavery pills. Jack Hammer snuck into the dressing room and stole the steel samurai costume. Jack Hammer wore the costume to fool the security lady into thinking he was Powers. Then, Jack Hammer made his way out the trailer.
To the trailer or I don't know.
And for what purpose you ask? To kill the Vasquez, who had so cruelly taken advantage of him for all those years. That is the breakdown. I didn't remember it being so short. So, you did do it, didn't you?
Yes, I am guilty. It was me. Someone call an ambulance. There is blood everywhere. We're delayed. Ah, Miss Vasquez. What happened here? Manual form from the trailer, sirs. Manual. Miss Vasquez, please start to come. Okay, I don't know who's talking, so. No, Manuel. Don't touch him, Mr. Vasquez. No! Please don't die, please. What? Congratulations, Mr. Wright. Hi, Luz. Hi, Ken. She was pretty calm, along with the culprit of Big Top. I think I like them. I like so much the culprit of Big Top, and also, well, her, like, I don't kind of like her, but, well, at least she accepted it without, like, breaking out that much. But, well.
Mr. Edgeworth, where is the Vasquez? In a wedding lobby, Your Honor. As calm as collected as ever. I see. Mr. Wright?
Yes, Your Honor.
It appears you have brought here yet another miracle. I thank you, Your Honor. I think not, Your Honor. Will Powers was innocent. That he should be found, so it's natural, not a miracle. Yes, you're right. Very well. This court finds the defendant, Mr. Will Powers, not guilty. Confetti!
There's a headcanon that says that Gumshoe is the one that throws the confetti. I don't know if I mentioned it, but yeah.
That is all. The court is adjourned.
Because actually, in the end of case 4 in this game, Gumshoe throws confetti, and that's canon.
I don't know what to say. Thank you so much.
I'm just glad you're okay.
Yes, but it's sad. I know that Mr. Hammer stole my costume. It's bad enough that he wanted to kill Miss Vasquez, but to think he tried to frame me for the murder. It makes me sad. Tell me why, Mr. Wright.
Huh?
Tell me, why did Mr. Hammer want to blame me?
We know.
Well, this is what I think. Mr. Hammer wanted to put you on blame because you were loved. It's because you were the Steel Samurai. Because I was a Steel Samurai? Mr. Hammer was a big star once, but he was reduced to acting a kid's show, and as a villain to boot. The kids loved the Steel Samurai, and so he hated you. I think I understand. He could have just told me. I would have changed my places with him anytime. This guy! Alright, I think you're missing the point. Thank you. I'm just glad it's all over.
So am I.
Congratulations, WP!
Oh, thank you too. I'll be able to don the Steel Samurai outfit once more. I can't wait to get back into that sweaty costume and... Is something wrong?
No, of course not. Huh? Nick, Hedgeworth!
Say something, right? I'm not good at small talk. Huh? What? That was too bad, Edgeworth. Don't waste any time gloating, do you? No, I really want to thank you. Vasquez would have gotten away if you hadn't stepped in. Pleased to meet you. I am Powers. Edgeworth. I am a big fan of your work, Mr. Powers.
Yeah, we all know.
Liar. No! He's not a liar! Right. I must say, I hadn't expected to meet you again after all those years.
Meet again?
However, in retrospect, it would have been better if we had not met. Thanks to you, I am saddled with unnecessary feelings. And that is where the fandom said gay, homosexual, gay. Unnecessary feelings? Like love. Yes, unease and uncertainty.
Oh, you're done some things, aren't you not?
Aren't those kind of feelings necessary? They only serve to get in my way. You listen to me, Phoenix Wright. Don't ever show your face in front of me again. And that is what I came here to tell you. Ironic. Alright. Mr. Wright? Was that guy your friend?
What? Friends? Has it? They're rivals, right, Nick?
For now, we are, I guess.
Huh? Why do feeling that I'm missing something. Come on, Nick, tell me. What's the deal with you and Edgeworth?
We will know. And so the curtains close on another trial. I just quit a stare at Rebel in that accident from 5 years ago. He was the talk of town. Thankfully, Global Studios rethought for its programming change. Oh no, and some terrible thing happened. They went back to making kids shows again. Like that.
Nick! This is it! The new show starts today! You're going to watch it with me, right?
I'll admit, I was kind of surprised. I didn't think they'd seriously go with it.
You have to buy trading cards still, okay? We have to trade with Cody and that assistant.
Fine, I'll do it.
Isn't it great that IWP gets to play the lead again? I wonder if they'll show his real face this time.
I don't know. I don't think the world is ready for the real Will Powers. She's not that horrible.
The end. Alright, here we see it.
Turnabout of good advice.
I love so much this trial. But so much, I really mean it. It's so nostalgic. Alright, so that's it. Pretty long case, interesting in some kind of way, but still very unnecessarily long, but it was fine. But you are going to love the next one. It's one of my favorites, I just love it. From this game, it's probably my favorite. In the second game, I don't really have a favorite one. It's probably a fourth one, but I don't know. From Trials and Tribulations, I could tell you I love all of them. That's basically it. I just love all of the Trials and Tribulations cases. But then Apollo Justice is my first Turnabout Serenade. That is amazing, okay. From the Eastward games, I really don't know. Probably the last case, I don't know. But yeah. So, see you in the next chapter.